So I could sit here and really try to analyze the game and how they won, but the fact is none of that matters because Carolina is off to the Eastern Conference Finals, baby. Let's fucking go! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's just man, this is the second time in 5 years. Um, just it's really hard in big wins like this. This is a milestone win. I think it does show, and I don't shut up about him, but it does show how, for me, a big takeaway as this series showcased is how good of a coach Rod Brind'Amour is. Carolina is doing this without Svechnikov, Teravainen, or Pacioretty, and this team is he's found a way to make every single player, even ones that I don't think have been underwhelming, and like even a Puljujarvi whose spot has been taken by McEachern, and McEachern does deserve that spot. To buy into his system of basically, I mean, it's joke, it's a cliche, forecheck, back check, paycheck. Every player is forechecking, they're back checking, they're hustling constantly. They're dumping the puck in. They're forcing turnovers. Like you barely notice. I mean, the first line is whatever line Aho's on, but you barely notice which line is the best line because they all play a system constantly and they wear teams down. And one other thing I've said, in the first round, I was saying Carolina needs more sandpaper. They are proving me wrong because they are doing unbelievable with the hitting and not taking any BS. People stood up for Aho. This really was a series that showed what Carolina is capable of and how good of a coach Rod Brind'Amour is. I mean, this season is up there now with 2002, 2006, 2009, and 2019. Um, it's just it's really great to be back here in the conference final. It's been a struggle with first round exit to, I think it was, first round exit to Boston after winning a play in round when we swept the Rangers. So we lost to Boston again. Then we lost to the Rangers in round two. And then we lost to, is that it? Yeah, playing round, Boston again. Then Tampa in the Central Division. That's right. I forgot the pandemic season, not uh, bubble, but then they lost to Tampa, which that one really did hurt because I do feel like Vasilevsky just he's the best goalie in the world. They got goalied by the goalie who goalied teams for 2 years in a row, and then the Rangers the year after that, and now they're back, and it's been a struggle to get back here. That's why like I'm like anything else this season has been an absolute success for Carolina. This is a go home year, won the division, won round one against the Islanders, won round two and now won round two against New Jersey. And here they are playing probably Florida. Hopefully, Toronto can stretch it to 7, but they're probably going to play the Florida Panthers. And I think that's going to be a tough matchup. That's really going to put Carolina's sandpaper to the test. But now the mindset changes because for me, when you get to the conference finals, like Hurricanes fans, myself included, have seen how tough it is to get back here. So this year, like when you get here, you don't know when you're going to get back to this point. Carolina got here in 2009, didn't play another playoff game until 2019. So the mindset of, oh, this is a successful year. Now we're in the mode, and after if they win the Stanley Cup, great. If they lose the Stanley Cup final or if they lose in the conference final, at first it's going to suck, but I still will be able to say successful year. But right now, I will be disappointed with anything other than a cup because it's so hard to get just here, but it's what they have to do. And Carolina, man, oh man, dudes, like it's just, yeah. I mean, now on to the game after all that introduction, because I might as well talk about it. And this was a really solid back and forth hockey game. New Carolina came out pushing strong. New Jersey countered and started being able to use their speed in the neutral zone and their forecheck, honestly, to be able to get the 1-0 lead. And And, and then Carolina, I think Carolina answered back with another goal. Yeah. So let me just pull up the stat sheet here because I tried to record as early as I could to get my authentic reaction to this win. And I just had the Dallas Kraken score spoiled for me, but that's fine. So Mercer scores the first goal from McLeod. Jacob Slavin scored, and I think at Jacob Slavin, we really needed that goal. And yeah, it was it was just a shot with a screen. It got deflected by the Devils defenseman, and yeah, that was a big goal. And then Timo Meyer scored, and I remember I pointed out who was to blame for that goal, but at the end of the day, we got what we needed to get done, and I don't remember at this point. And then Brent Burns scored just off a fluke point, which all the momentum before he did that was in New Jersey's hands. Brent Burns scoring was the turning point of the game, and then Jesper Foss tips the puck, and Kotkaniemi, who I had criticisms of during, and I think it was his fault for the second goal because he didn't really read the forecheck properly. But he gets the shot that gets tipped. So, and at the end of the day, I think he had a 2-point night. No, but he had the screen. So at the end of the day, Kotkaniemi had an up and down game, but he gets the shot that results in the game winning goal. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. But anyway, so Carolina, and then, yeah, they get the overtime winner. And they really did just kind of keep playing their game, even when they had to overcome adversity. Strong pushes from New Jersey. Then Carolina would counter back with a strong game. This is how I thought the whole series was going to go. I thought it was a 6 or 7 game series, but Carolina, through points I pointed out through the other Hurricane reviews, were able to kind of come in and dominate New Jersey for 3 out of the 5 games. They lost 1 in systematic fashion, and then they won. And a lot of people came up to me and were like, "Hey, New Jersey's done this before," but I wasn't worried because even when New Jersey pushed, Carolina was able to come back with 4 goals, and the game became in doubt. The game was absolutely in doubt for a little bit, and I was like, "Well, they're not gonna have any series end in a sweep," and then they come in Game 4, which is the greatest shutdown hockey maybe ever played in a long time. New Jersey just couldn't get anything going, and Carolina just got goal after goal after goal. And then they come in Game 5 and they win this back and forth hockey game. This was the first time I think both teams came out ready to play, and Carolina showcased when it mattered that they were the better team, as they did all series. So, yeah, but Carolina has advanced to the Eastern Conference Final. Oh, and Hurricane of the game, as much as I hate not giving it to Jacob Slavin when he scores a goal, Brent Burns was so good this game. I love Brent Burns. I don't know if I praised him enough or really highlighted. He plays like he's in his mid-20s. He hustles everywhere. He's great defensively. He's great offensively. He dominates the play when he has the puck up from the corner, and he's doing it at 36. Unbelievable hockey player in Brent Burns. He's quickly becoming, I think at best, he's only got like a 5 or 6 year run here, which I mean, only 5 or 6 years. But you get what I'm saying. He's only got a 5 or 6 year run here at the most, but he's quickly going to become a folk hero favorite Hurricane for me. I love him playing with Jacob Slavin. I think they're the best top 2 defensemen in the NHL, in my very biased opinion, especially in the teams remaining. There might be one for a team that missed the playoffs who are up there, but for me right now, it's Jacob Slavin and Brent Burns. So, yeah, that's it. Carolina, they fucking did it. We're back here after 2019. It was the last time we made it. We've gotten through. We've overcome. ESPN and TNT have really not given us credit for doing this, but here we fucking are. We're in the Eastern Conference Final, 8 down, 8 to go. If you guys like the content I'm producing on the channel, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys for the Eastern Conference Final. Fuck yes!